this is going to be the only sales training that you will ever need in order for you to land your first remote sales role and scale to $10,000 per month. Coming from someone who's now made multiple six figures in this industry, remote sales took me from being dead broke 3 years ago living with my parents to now having a life of complete freedom. And I've also helped multiple other guys get into remote sales, make the 10K per month by teaching this exact framework. So I'm gonna give it to you for free in this video of exactly how to think about sales in a very simple, structured way. And this is not gonna be your typical video of me giving you like the scripts of like what questions to ask or like objection handles and things like that, because you're probably thinking about sales the completely wrong way right now, which is the reason why you're struggling to achieve your goals in business and getting into remote sales, making the money we're making, all that stuff. And in this video, I want to explain to you why that is and how to actually think about sales. It's not going to be like the scripts of like what to say and that stuff, because I don't really believe in that. I think that's very complex to try and like memorize certain like lines or words and things like that. I'm going to give you a higher level perspective of how to actually think about sales philosophy and principles that you can use and apply. Because the thing you need to understand is like sales is very individual. I sell different from how you're going to sell. So instead of teaching you a script that works for me, what's gonna be way more valuable to do is just teach you the philosophy, teach you how to think about sales, and you can use that and adapt it to how you sell and how your individual way of communicating works best. So let's get into it straight away. The first limiting belief and the first thing I want to really help you understand is that the way that you're probably thinking about sales right now is completely wrong. And here's what I mean, because most people, I see this all the time with people that I coach, that come into my coaching program, and people in general, and how I used to think about sales as well, is you think of it as this thing where like your job is to push a product on someone else. You know, you have this offer or whatever you're selling, you know, and your kind of way of thinking is like, I'm trying to like get this person to buy what I have. I just need to like tell them about how awesome my coaching program or my product or whatever your offer is. And if I just do that, the other person will buy. And that's the most stupidest way ever, because what's gonna happen if you do that? Number one, you need to understand that the industry of being in remote sales and like sales in general, people are getting more and more skeptical towards salespeople more than ever before. So if you jump on calls and like do sales calls and show up as this super like product pushy person who's just trying to like get someone to buy what you have and it's like selling, no one is gonna buy from you. You're gonna struggle a lot. The reason why some people go on to make a lot of money and like get to like really high levels in sales is because they're able to internalize the intention of just solving problems, shifting from a mindset of like pushing a product to solving problems. And here's what I mean, because you need to understand that business is all about solving problems. That's the fundamental of business. People pay money to get a problem solved. You know, that's how business works. Sales is basically a demonstration that you can show someone else, or let me change that. Sales is a demonstration that you can help someone else fix a problem. That's it. You basically just demonstrate to someone else you can help them fix their problem. That's what sales is, which means that if you want to make a lot of money in sales, you need to get really, really good at exactly that. Your focus needs to be on understanding people's problems and then prescribing solutions, and aka like basically selling your solution to the problem. That's how you make a lot of money. Because for example, let's say you went to the doctor, you know, you had a pain in your knee and you went to the doctor and you're trying to like get their help to like fix the problem, you know, and you go in there and you tell them like, yeah, I have this pain in my body, and immediately the doctor starts like throwing you this medicine, start telling you about how amazing this pill is, how it's gonna fix all of your problems. Would you trust that doctor? Hell no, obviously not. You wouldn't trust them because they don't even know what your problem is. So how would that solution possibly help you, you know? Versus if you go to the doctor and you tell them like, yes, I have this problem in like I have this pain in my leg. They ask you about, okay, where is the problem? How long has that been going on for? Like if I touch here, does that hurt? If I touch here, does that hurt? How long or how much is this affecting this? Are you able to like walk properly? And in which situations does this hurt you? What have you tried to fix it so far? And then after asking all those questions, having like a very close look at what's going on, then giving you the solution and telling you exactly why this is going to be the right thing for you to take. It's completely different, night and day. Obviously you're going to trust that person. Obviously you're going to like pay for whatever medicine they give you because they've actually taken the time to understand what the problem is before giving you the solution. And this is the exact same thing that applies in sales. No one is gonna trust you. No one is gonna like just buy your product if you just push a product. You need to learn to just understand people's problem first, getting really clear on what the problem, making them feel understood, understanding like what's going on with you, what's the problem. Let's say someone is like overweight. Okay, how long have you felt this way for? What is the problem? What's the impact of the problem? Oh, so you're like when you, I don't know, when you have sex with your partner, you always turn the lights off because you feel uncomfortable with how you look. Or when you go to the beach, you always feel uncomfortable like having your shirt off because you look overweight and people stare at you, you know? Getting these like really deep emotional things out of people and like these like pains and truly understanding the problem and like the true impact of the problem. How long it's been going on for? What diet have you tried to fix this, you know? Understanding that full scope, that's gonna set you up to sell so much more people and make so much more money, because then people actually feel that you understand this. When you go on and present your offer, you can present it as the perfect solution that fits exactly what this person needs. You know, so let's say someone is overweight, they tried all these different diets, they tried like the vegan diet, they tried like the keto diet, they tried high carb diet, all these different things. And you're selling, let's say like a carnivore diet offer where you're supposed to just like eat meat and eggs and things like that, you know? Then how that will look like is, for example, okay, so you understand the problem, you understand that they've tried all these different things, and then you basically just pitch them on the solution, which in this case would be, okay, the reason why all these diets that you've tried so far haven't worked out, it's because you've been eating way too little red meat, let's say. I'm just saying it's like hypothetically now, okay? So, okay, you've always been eating way too small amounts of red meat, and that's the reason why no matter how hard you've been trying, no matter how strict you've been on your diet, you've never been able to actually lose the weight that you want and actually keep the weight off. And how we're gonna solve that is get you on a diet that you're actually gonna be enjoying, that's gonna have a high amount of red meat in it, and it's gonna allow you to stay on track, enjoy the food that you're eating, not have to count calories, and lose the weight that you want. You see what I did there? Basically sell them on why everything that they've tried so far hasn't worked out and why this is going to be different. And tying that exactly to the problem and what they told you about that they've been struggling with in the past. If you can start selling like this and just focusing on these fundamental things, it's gonna be a game changer, 100%. Stop looking at sales of like, I'm trying to push a product on this person. Start looking at it as I'm trying to solve problems. And for me to solve problems, I need to understand what the problem is and then be able to prescribe the solution. This is how you get to the highest level. And I see this all the time with people, like literally people come into sales with no previous experience. I've coached multiple guys coming into my inner circle, my one-on-one coaching. They have no experience, never done sales ever before. I teach them these principles, just like how to think about sales. Of like, okay, problem solving, trying to understand the problem and then prescribe a solution. And they become killers. They become insanely good at sales because instead of focusing on scripts and like what words to use, they understand the high level philosophy and how to actually think about sales. And when you have a strong philosophy, everything else becomes so much easier because you naturally know what to do in different situations. You're not like dependent on a script or like the words to say and things like that. You can be fluid, you can be natural, you can adapt to the situations that you're in on calls. And this also comes back to the fact that if you're on a sales call, your number one priority in the beginning of every single call is understanding the person's problem. If there's no problem, there's no sale to be made. And this is a big thing I see as well. Like if you open a call with someone and you don't get clear on what the issue actually is, they're never gonna buy. Just like I said in the beginning, if you go to the doctor and they don't actually figure out what the problem is, what your pain is, and like where you're having the issue, you're probably not gonna trust the doctor to give you the solution. You're not gonna buy any like medicine or buy anything from that doctor, you know? So get this in your head, like sales is problem solving. That's it. And the better you can get at just like understanding that, like coming into every single sales call with a mindset, the more money you will make in this industry. This stuff really changed my life when I understood this. And if you want to like learn this like more in depth and like get the help from me one-on-one to like actually learn sales at the highest level, get into a really good business to work for, and get connected with offers in remote high ticket sales specifically, I have one-on-one mentorship where I help guys get into that. So if you're interested in that and you want to see like if it's a good fit, if we can work together and like get into remote IT sales, make 10K per month doing so, and if you are ready to work hard, again, it's not a get rich quick. Click the link down below. I have my inner circle where I can help you out. We can make a call, hop on, chat, and see if you're a good fit. But one thing I want to mention just to wrap this video up is understand also that you getting into remote sales is going to require higher level of skills from you, because remote high ticket sales is a harder industry to succeed in when it comes to your sales skills, you know, because most other industries, if you look at like door-to-door sales, cold calling, all those other roles, in those industries, the business doesn't really have anything to lose by having you on their team, because you're the one that's out there, you're the one that's doing cold calls, that's knocking doors, that's getting leads and things like that. in remote high ticket sales, the business is providing you with warm leads. You can work from wherever you want. You can make 10K a month. You can have way more freedom. You can have more commissions, all those different things, which means that the barrier of entry into this industry is higher. You need to be better to get into this, which is why I'm making this video, because skill set and being good is crucial for you to actually succeed with this. If you're not good at sales, you're not gonna get into this industry, because the business that you'll be working for in this space, the high ticket online coaches, businesses, influencers that you'll be selling for, they want killers. They want people that are really, really good at sales philosophy, people who understand this stuff, people who are good and confident on their sales calls. So I just wanted to let you know that that's what it takes to get into this. There's a lot of money to be made, a lot of freedom to be had in this industry that I've experienced for the last few years, but it's only possible if you actually dial in and get good at the skill set. So again, if you want my help to do that, let me know. And if not, just keep watching the free daily videos here on Instagram. I'm gonna or on YouTube, my bad. And if you have any questions, DM me on Instagram. I reply to all DMs there over there. And I'll see you guys tomorrow, as always, in the next video. Take care. Ciao.